What is up? It's Los coming back after a hiatus again. That's what I do, you know. I don't like to be consistent. I like to sporadically come out and and drop something every so often. I'm here now. It is June, almost July. We are like halfway, more than halfway through the year, which is insane. It's something that I try not to think about because it's just going so quick, and I know I'm not the only one that feels that way, but it's crazy. It's just insane. I mean, the world is crazy, but you know, time is not it's not letting up, so it sucks. But yeah, I just wanted to come over here and try and get this going again. I don't exactly have free time or anything. I mean, everything's the same as it has been, you know, the same reasons why I haven't been recording or whatever. But I've been wanting to put something out. I've been wanting to do something, and I have this sitting here. I get charged for it every month, and every month I see it and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. But I wanna try and get things going. I wanna try and, you know, invite more people and do more show, more thing, more thing. I wanna try and get things going again, you know. I mean, not go weekly and all that. I wanna put stuff out there. That's what I want to do. So I'm gonna just throw this one out there to get a feel for it again, and I need to do that because I've been sitting here for about a half hour, 40 minutes trying to figure things out with recording, because it's been that long, and it's the curse that I suffer from ever since the Future Monkeys. Like, it's every time I get on the computer and I hook up the microphone, it's as if the computer is against me and just like moves all the settings around, and I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, so I just sat here for about a half hour figuring things out, and here I am. It's working the way I want it to work, which is weird. The past few times I recorded, I haven't been able to hear myself, and now I do, and that's, you know, I like to hear how I sound and my levels and all that stuff, and it helps me out. And I finally got that to work. It's amazing. It's like I almost know what I'm doing. But yeah, there's so much to talk about. There's so much to get through and to bring up and to touch on and everything. And I'm not going to cover it all. There's going to be plenty of things that I want to bring up in other shows. I'm trying to set up some book centric shows with some other people, some other readers that I know, that I interact with and everything. One of them is a friend of mine who is a very avid reader, and she is my go-to for like for just going crazy over certain books and you know, releases and things like that. So, and I wanted to get her on because she recently finished a very popular book that's out right now, and I want to talk to her about it. So look forward to that sometime in the future. Maybe the next show or the show after. Look forward to that. And there was another one that I was wanting to talk to, and she is running the current Discord server for a book subscription box that I'm a part of, that is fairly popular. I'll get more into that when she jumps on, or if we could jump on, because she lives in Australia, so that should be fun. But yeah, she set it up, she's running it and all that, and there's like a whole big story behind that. And it's a cool tight knit community that they got going on over there, and it's something that I feel like it'll be cool to bring to light and interview her and talk more books with her and see her views on stuff. If you haven't been able to tell, I've been on a book kick. It's it's something that it hit me pretty hard around Christmas time, and it went away. It went away when Zelda came out. Zelda Hogwarts Legacy. Like there was a good month or two of gaming that I partook in that I am still doing. I'm still playing through Zelda, because that's a whole other that is a whole other show. That is something. But I'm still loving Zelda. I'm still playing it, enjoying it, and I'm I took a little break from reading because I was on a pretty good run of getting through some books, and I was really enjoying it. So yeah, I'm still there. I'm still, very much loving loving reading and getting into stories and stuff, and hopefully soon, coming out with my own thing. I started on that project. So, as if I didn't have anything else to do. So hopefully something comes of that. I'm trying to do something there, but anyway, yeah, there's a whole bunch of reading going on. I wanted to talk, more books, and, maybe do a show on every book that I go through to talk about it and give updates on that. Maybe find somebody else that I know that has also read it to get through it, and to talk about it and stuff. So that'll be a nice little thing to do with that too, in the future for other shows. Other than that, like I mentioned with gaming, Zelda is not disappointing at all. It is very much the pinnacle of everything that I love and enjoy. It's perfect for me to get into, and to just like, dive in and explore and just go on an adventure and enjoy it. So yeah, I'm roughly, to give an update, I'm roughly about 40 hours in, give or take a few. And I only beat my first dungeon. I beat the wind temple. Yeah, I think that's more or less everybody's first dungeon that they do. I mean, when you start the game, everything points there, so it's kind of like, the easy one to do. But yeah, I'm just really taking it slow, and I may or may not have done some duplication stuff and taken advantage of that, because I hate being held back by not having enough money in games. I think it's like, a stupid thing to keep me from having the fun that I want to have. So I didn't mind doing that, but other than that, I'm still very much enjoying everything that I could do there. I'm just taking it all in and enjoying everything that it has to offer, and it's an experience, to say the least. Much like Hogwarts Legacy. If you have not played that, I did play that, and I did complete it. It was the first game I completed in, I really don't know how long. It is something that that I was able to get through and really enjoy, and really like take in like all the sights. Like I was there for a good, maybe like a good 15-20% of my game time in Hogwarts Legacy was just walking around and enjoying everything, just like taking it all in as a fan of Harry Potter and the universe and everything. It's like just being able to walk around Hogwarts and the surrounding areas, and it was like a dream come true. Like the closest that I came to it before was Lego Harry Potter, and that was a lot of fun. And that was one of my favorite Lego games to go through because of that, because it gave you like so much to do in the castle and everything. But this one just went over the top. There is so much detail. There's so much to do and explore. And I think one of the things that really stood out to me the most was finding the hidden door in one of the corridors to go into the kitchen. I think the entrance was through a portrait that's by Hufflepuff Common Room, because I'm a Hufflepuff, so it was right there. If you're not a Hufflepuff, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're not all perfect. There has to be other ones, I understand, but still, it was right there. So I went in and it was just like, oh my god, I got so excited. I gasped that it was the kitchen, and you see all the house elves, like, doing their thing in the corner, like doing whatever, getting ready for the next meal, and it was very cool to see how it was set up and how it was, like you don't see that in the movies, or you don't hear the description of that in the books. Like, it's something that's never been seen, so it's something I also always wondered about. So being able to see it and explore it and just walk through it, it was really hard to get the smile off my face while I was playing that game a lot. If you haven't picked it up yet, if you're waiting for whatever reason, like if you want to play it but you haven't yet, do it. I mean, I'm sure there's limitations, like if you're in past gen hardware, or if you're waiting for the Switch, which I don't advise. I don't recommend waiting for the Switch version. It's very, I don't know, it's unlikely it'll come out, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, other than that, there's a whole lot more for gaming that I want to talk about. I also invited Al from Retro Rents. I invited him onto the show again, so you'll be hearing from him again one of these days, whenever one of these shows coming out, whenever it is that happens. But I'll talk more with games about him and get through stuff, because he's all into Diablo 4 and everything, and I wanted to get into that myself, but I haven't yet. But yeah, there was like an excitement for gaming again in me, that I'm excited to get in and to play stuff and to actually do things again with gaming, and that's something that wasn't there for a while, like like it's happened before, plenty of times that I've talked about, but yeah, it's because of Hogwarts Legacy that really got me back into the feeling of, oh yeah, I really love video games to experience and to explore and to have fun. And now with Zelda, forget about it. I'm like all into there. I'm all into playing and getting into the story and all that. And man, the story, holy crap. All right, so there's plenty of other games to talk about, plenty of other things to do with whatever it is that is out there. I have a whole list of ones that I want to get through and that I want to pick up and all that. So yeah, I don't really to move on away from gaming. Let me see. I talked books, I talked gaming. So yeah. So I'm I'm not doing much else on my side. There's plenty that I want to do. There's plenty of things that I wanna get through and get done and do for myself. Like I want to focus on bringing the blog back to life and doing that, and I haven't been able to do that. It's just the whole timing and not being able to conquer it is really messing me up with a lot of stuff. It's very much how Zelda is for me. It is very much to go back to gaming, even though I said I wasn't gonna gonna linger there anymore. But Zelda is very much the worst game that you could play if you have ADHD, which I may or may not have a very severe case of. It is the let me go here and do this, but oh, look, there's something shiny over there, and let me go find that out and see what that is. And then that leads you to another shiny thing, and then another shiny thing, and the next thing you know, you're trying to figure out what it is you were trying to do like 4 hours before, and then you finally realize, oh yeah, that's right, I was headed over there, let me go over there now. And you make your way, and then you find even more shiny things to go and explore. That's pretty much what it is with me, all the time with everything. I wanna take some time out to go and work on the blog, or to knock something out in whatever it is that I'm doing, and like I'll get distracted, or I'll get sidetracked with whatever it is, and I don't mind it, because I've been trying to just live. I've been trying to just be chill and do whatever it is comes up when it comes up. And there's a lot of people that don't have that luxury, and I try to take advantage of it when I can. It's something that it hurts me, because I'm not completing things the way I want to complete them. I'm not like checking things off a list, but I'm still able to do things at the same time. Like I'm not able to sit there and work on my blog, or put something on my Etsy shop, which I have now, or do stuff like that, or work on whatever art for that, or do things like that. But I am able to sit there and watch TV with my kids, or put on a YouTube video to watch with them, or whatever the case it is. It's the good stuff that is filling up my time, and it's not like mindless doom scrolling through Twitter and stuff, which I don't do anymore. And that's something that I'm super happy about, that I was able to cut out, because I between here and my last show, I cut out Twitter altogether. I have not been on Twitter since this guy took it over, and I'm like all the better for it. Like I don't go crazy scrolling around and worrying about everything anymore, like I used to before. And I don't it's no time sink sitting there and just eating up whatever spare time I had, and it's great. It's awesome. I still have my Instagram account, which it is hard to get rid of. I had two Instagrams. I had my personal one, which I think a lot of people followed me on, but I also had one that was dedicated to my blog, which I focus mainly on updating with, like, family outings and, food related stuff and things like that. So there wasn't a lot of nerd things on there that are more me. But now everything's on there because I cut out my personal Instagram. It's still there, if you're still following it or whatever, it's still there and, living on the site, but it is not being used anymore. Focusing on one Instagram account. I followed whoever was following me, and I put out the message on Twitter and on Instagram before I left the two platforms. Whoever followed me, and I followed them back, and that's what I've been doing. It's not something that I'm always on, and I opened it up and I'll check it here and there, and I'll post to it whenever I think about it too, whenever I have a chance, because a few times already I've just done like some crazy mass posting because I take so long to post stuff on there. But basically social media has not been what it was for me before. Facebook, I was never really on Facebook. That was something that, my wife dragged me into, and still very much, to this day, I'm still like the old man not knowing what I'm doing on there, having to ask her, what's this? Or, how do I do that all the time? And it's one of those platforms where it's there and I'll check it once in a while to just clear notifications. And it's not my, my active thing. If I was to pick one that was active, I would call like my primary would totally be Instagram. But other than that, socials have not been anywhere in my like daily routine anymore. And it's awesome. It's great. It's allowed more focus on other things and everything. It's not to say that I don't have ways to communicate. Like, I've taken more of a lean towards Discord, where it's much more personable. I think it's not like, a public forum like, Twitter or something where you could talk to so many people, just throw things out there. It is much more, personal as far as who you're talking to on Discord, and I think that is way more up my alley for anything social. So I'm really enjoying doing that and talking more into there. If it's not the Future Monkeys Discord, I'm more in book centric Discords that I'm in, the one that I mentioned earlier. It's something that you find more people to talk to, that it's more of like a rich experience rather than, going on Twitter and just throwing some thoughts out there. Maybe somebody will engage, maybe they won't, but yeah, hopefully I haven't like, upset anyone with any any leaving or anything, because there are plenty of awesomely cool people that I always interacted with on socials and stuff, and I feel like I haven't really engaged with a lot of them lately. I try to keep up personal with people that I have their actual phone numbers with. Like, I try and keep up with them and text them here and there and, say what's up or check in or whatever. But other than that, I just hope nobody takes anything personal and know it's just, time for me, time for reflection and time for, taking time for myself, I guess. But whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to, and then what's been going on. There's there's plenty more that I could ramble on about. My time is running up here. I'm very much sticking to the half hour, 30-minute mark that I'm been doing pretty good with. The time is gone of the Future Monkeys where we used to have like 3-hour shows. I'm sure a lot of people remember that. That was a trip. That was fun though. It was fun those times. I miss having, those good conversations with everybody. But I know Beardy's listening, and he's been probably waiting for me to mention his name. One day we'll get him back on the mic here, and we'll talk some stuff. We're always texting back and forth, but it's something that I'm sure a lot of more people are much more appreciative, that they respect the shorter time for shows. So I try to stick to it now. But there's a lot going on that I want to try and keep up with and try and do. So hopefully I stick to it. I mean, it's an inner struggle. It's a battle. Like it is legit, like good and evil going on inside of me all the time. as far as wanting to be productive, wanting to be creative, and wanting to do things that are more outgoing, more to leave a mark somewhere and do something, versus the one that just wants to sit there and watch TV or play games or do whatever. At least when I'm reading a book, I get through them a lot. I've been getting through a lot of books, and it is 100% primarily audiobooks, which is like a life-changing thing when I started doing that, because before it was like, oh, I don't have time to read. I can't sit there and read, and I want to read that, but I can't, because I would sit there at night and I would open up the iPad to go read it and fall asleep very quickly. But I got through a whole bunch of books this year so far. I'm still on the way to my goal, but I would just pop in my AirPod. And if I'm cooking or if I'm cleaning up something or whatever, kids be playing or, whatever it is, I have time where I'm not talking to anybody, or I'm not being heavily distracted by anything. I'll listen to something on 1.5 speed, double the speed, and get through stuff. And it's a good way to keep my mind engaged on something and to keep it flowing and all that. So at least I got that, and that's something that I feel like it's a simple way to battle against the very blah kind of don't want to do anything. Let me just sit here and veg out kind of me, So it's a good fight to have to try and keep up. But yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where it is. Next time I come back, maybe I'll have a guest. Maybe I won't. We'll see. That is very much the plan, and hopefully that'll be soon. I'm aiming for it. Every 2 weeks will be nice. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But until then, hope everybody has a good week or 2 weeks, or hopefully not 8 months. Hopefully everybody's good. My phone number is still active. I've gotten a few messages from Google to be careful and use it before they turn it off on me, even though I paid for it. But yeah, so they're trying to take the phone number back, but I'm not letting them. I keep texting myself, so it's still working. So if you wanna give a voicemail, If you want to call me up, leave a voicemail and I'll listen to it. It's either, you could either just talk. If you want to talk to me, if you want to talk to anybody, you got something to say, get it off your chest, just let me know. Don't put it on the show, and I won't put it on the show. But if you want it to go on the show, then, let me know, and I'll put it on there. It is 407-906-8255. So that's 407-906-TALK. And that is the voicemail line that is very much open for whoever wants to use it. Other than that, just get at me on Instagram or wherever. Everything is always linked in the show notes. So just get on there. My email is there too, and you know the show. So peace out, have a good time, be safe, and enjoy life.